Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. This is our continuing series of Meet the Handicappers, and this week we want to introduce you to one of our newest members of WagerTalk, and it is Dawn from Buster Sports. Dawn, thanks for coming in and doing the videos, but we're not going to call you Dawn. You're Buster to everybody around.
Everybody, yes, exactly. You know? Just call me Buster. That's what everybody does. Yeah.
I got to talk to you I've talked to you before, but got to meet you in person last night. Headed up over to Bally's. We had a couple cocktails and talked about things. And you've had an interesting background. You started betting at the age of 18, like most of us, being a degenerate at an early age. But that early betting led to something else. You were a bookmaker, and fortunately, you know, all of the time requirements have passed by. So
yes, I was going to say I don't want to incriminate myself on anything here, no, but exactly, yeah. I end up getting into it. I remember I was a Baltimore Oriole fan, and had a guy saying, you know what, you want to get down for the World Series in 1983. And sure enough, you know, they beat Chicago, beat Philadelphia, won the World Series. Mind you, they haven't won the World Series since, but got into that. And after that happened, found out that you could bet more sports and more. And then I got to, you know, as in the trust factor, right? So as time went on, I ended up meeting a lot of people that, you know, in the business, let's just say. And the gentleman that I first met, he ended up having some health issues, and because of the trust factor, I end up kind of taking over, let's say.
Oh, it's good, and that was back in we like to say the old school days where you were booking. They actually used pen and paper writing bets down, didn't they?
Exactly.
You know,
it was incredible too, where, you know, and you had to be at the phone all the time. Okay. So now you had a time restraint, right? Yeah. You'd say, okay, everybody call from 6 to 7, right? Yeah. And then, you know, if you have, let's put it this way, if you have a number of guys, 6 to 7 sometimes doesn't work, right? And then Sundays, so everybody wants to, on the 1 o'clock, okay, you're good. But then, everybody wants to try to get out on the 4 o'clock, right? So it was a very interesting time of life, Marco, that's for sure.
And as I said, making the reference to old school, because that's kind of what got you out of the business as technology came around. Correct. And more people started betting on, you know, online and offshore and stuff. The need for the old school bookmakers wasn't there anymore. And you actually considered, you had an opportunity. You could have went to Costa Rica and set up shop, but you decided not to do that. And instead, you did a complete about face, and you went from on one side of the counter to the other side, and that's whenever you became a professional bettor. Mm-hmm. And you used some of that knowledge that all those years of bookmaking, you got to see firsthand the mistakes that the common guys betting made, and you're able to use that to your advantage.
Yes, exactly. And you know, and a lot of them are quite common. A lot of people would know. Perfect example, the one common is everybody wants to bet the TV, the national game, and they don't look for the value, Marco, right? Yeah. There's, you know, in one of the videos earlier, you had Ralph, you know, on a play on Army Buffalo, right? But the public don't want to bet those games. They want to bet Notre Dame, Michigan State. They want to bet those type of games, and that's a mistake a lot of times. But not to say there is sometimes value on those games, right? I can give you maybe another example too that I noticed a lot, and it goes back. We're big into college basketball. We like to bet college basketball a lot, and noticing because in college basketball, as you know, there's a home and away all the time within conference. So you'll have a team, let's say in the SEC, you have South Carolina playing LSU. So LSU might be 9, 10-point favorite. LSU walks in there, kills them, 25, 30 points. Now, maybe a month later, LSU comes to South Carolina. What's the line, Marco?
Yeah, the line's like 2.5.
Right? Joe Public, are you kidding? I'm all over. They beat them by 25. How can they? And those are the kind of mistakes that you see. And you can't talk, I could tell people as a tip, believe me, more often than not, South Carolina might probably win that game,
Yeah.
right? Even after the 25.
You
And
got to love when a guy's on the other end of the phone asking you, "You sure you got the line
sure
right?"
you got-
You know, and
I
those-
was telling you,
yeah,
and that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Buster, that can't be right, right? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, make the bet. You know,
Yeah.
but yes, and it is true, and those kind of things in learning money management for sure, because
Correct.
I've always talked about it, and I'm sure you can confirm it, that you've got a guy that he makes his first bet on Thursday night, he's a $50 bettor, he loses. He bets Friday night, another $50, he loses. Saturday he might make a couple bets for 100, he starts chasing. Sunday again. Well, all of a sudden he goes into Monday night and he's down 400. He's not a $50 bettor on
Anymore.
Monday night.
No.
Not on Monday night. No,
No,
we're trying to get even on Monday night. And again, that's, you don't chase. We always, preach money management. And those are the things that lay the foundation for you to be a successful sports bettor. And you've been doing well since we've brought you on board at WagerTalk, and we are glad to have you aboard, and wish you continued success.
I appreciate that, Marco, and I'm very thankful for you and Johnny and the Prez. It was very, very good of you to let me to actually help other people to do this. And
well, we're looking forward to a lot more. And when you make these trips to Vegas with us, we got to get you in here, and we'll get you going and get you on video. And did Prez explain to you that the new guy always buys afterwards?
Well, I figured that kind of stuff is coming, right? And I think I told the other guys, I said, I tell you guys are professional like this. It might take me, I might have to, I don't know, Mrs. Buster might not like this, but I might have to come to Vegas every couple of weeks to get myself, more comfortable at the desk, right?
He said that, Mrs. Buster. Hey guys, check out at WagerTalk.com. Each and every Tuesday, it's $2 Tuesday. You can pick one capper. We pick a capper for you. You can get his best bet for just $2. It's a great way to introduce yourself to a new capper at WagerTalk, or just to the site. Check it out each and every Tuesday at WagerTalk.com. We'll be back with more here at WagerTalk